The ocean is 12 degrees Celsius. That is cold enough to kill a human being in under an hour. 11-month-old Tag 7 is an orphan, and he lacks the one biological defense most ocean mammals rely on, blubber. Without a layer of fat, his only barrier against freezing to death is a coat of fur so dense it defies the usual logic of the ocean. Survival now depends on a specific set of learned behaviors Tag 7 must apply to the environment entirely alone. It's release day. Tag 7 arrived here thin and disoriented, and the reality is that orphan sea otters separated from their mothers too early usually die. To monitor his transition, researchers attach a miniature camera harness. They need to see if his time in rehabilitation prepared him for the wild. The moment he hits the water, the world becomes a column of kelp and shifting shafts of light. He has to immediately orient himself in an unfamiliar forest. The success of this release rests on whether Tag 7 can actually feed, maintain, and protect that biological wetsuit on his own. This diagram shows a microscopic cross-section of a sea otter's coat. Compared to a human, the density is staggering, 1 million hairs per square inch. Keeping cold water out requires mechanical maintenance. By blowing air into his chest, Tag 7 reinflates the air pockets. Without blubber, the metabolic cost is extreme. Tag 7 burns calories at over twice the rate of a similar-sized land mammal and must eat 25% of his body weight every day just to generate enough heat to live. This relentless hunting for sea urchins has a side effect. It protects the kelp forest from being devoured, allowing the entire ecosystem to thrive. His life is a biological furnace. Every action is a race to consume enough fuel to keep from freezing from the outside in. When Tag 7 hunts a sea urchin, he brings a rock to the surface to use as an anvil. Floating on his back, he smashes the shell down against the stone until it cracks. This tool use is a regional culture passed from mother to pup through months of observation. While an experienced adult can open prey in 3 strikes, Tag 7 takes 11. He is still a student, fumbling through the force and angle required for different prey. He also has to master anchoring. By wrapping himself in a strand of kelp before sleeping, he prevents the current from pushing him into shipping lanes or open water. Physical adaptations are useless without the knowledge to run them. Failing to learn these cultural behaviors is a death sentence. A massive winter storm pushes Tag 7 north, away from his safe territory and into the shadows of an older, darker forest. He discovers a sunken wreck covered in food, but he also finds a territorial adult female and her pup. An attack from the older female could lead to a lethal infection in the freezing water. Instead of fighting, he rolls onto his back and presents his belly. This display of submission intentionally de-escalates the tension. Surviving out here involves navigating social boundaries as carefully as the physical environment. By morning, the storm breaks. Tag 7 has successfully anchored near the female, leveled up his hunting skills, and claimed his first territory. Every sea otter alive today descends from a microscopic genetic bottleneck. In 1911, a fur tree reduced a population of 300,000 down to exactly 50 surviving individuals. Tag 7 is a living rejection of a fur trade that nearly erased his entire species. The species overcame the bottleneck through inherited knowledge, meticulous self-preservation, and a willingness to anchor themselves to strangers in the dark.